George, it's nice to have dreams, but try to keep them real.
I always knew I was going to be a professional athlete. Like, I'm not going to do a job, like an office job.
It's one thing to have vision for yourself. It's another to see it through. For Chiefs defensive end George Karlaftis, playing pro football wasn't on his radar as a kid. His story begins 6,000 miles away in Athens, Greece.
Such an amazing city with its own, legacy and history, with sports, with entertainment. So it was an awesome place to grow up, honestly.
George's father, Matthew, was from Greece. His mother, Amy, from Indiana. The two met at Purdue, got married, moved to Greece, and lived with their 4 children, all just a few miles from where the modern Olympic Games originated. That's also when Matthew introduced George to water polo, who excelled as a young goalie.
He thought maybe one day that George will be good enough to play in the Olympics in water polo.
He was a boy that the other mothers, they say, oh, he will not compete with our children because he is older. He was a fearless and big boy, strong boy.
The first time I saw George, I saw him gonna say, wow, maybe this man, he can be a champion.
So I was practicing with 4 different teams at a time. I was in the 12 to 13-year-old age group. And then I was the starter on the U15 team, and then I was the backup on the U17 team, and sometimes I would practice with the men's team too.
But George's planned athletic path changed in June of 2014. His father, Matthew, died suddenly from a heart attack. He was 44 years old.
It was very difficult. We were extremely close. I remember after my dad passed away, I found it tough to be in the pool playing water polo because he was so involved.
Wanting to be closer to her family, Amy and her children moved back to her hometown of West Lafayette, Indiana. The night before they left Greece, 13-year-old George made a prediction to his uncle Aris.
I love watching basketball. I'm not very good at playing it, but I love watching NBA. I love the NBA. I'm gonna do something big, and I'm gonna go to America, and I'm gonna be in the NBA.
I was like, George, it's nice to have, those dreams, but try to keep them real. I was like, yeah, I don't think NBA. Maybe I'll make it to the NFL. I was like, okay, that's not exactly what I meant, but go for it.
I remember that so vividly. Oh my gosh, you just took me back.
But you found football. At what point did you go, oh, I really like this game and I might be able to make a career out of it?
My freshman year is when I started truly playing. That was my first full year. I told quite a few people actually, I was like, look, I'm gonna be in the NFL. It was just me kind of figuring out how I'm gonna do it, and I kind of just set a goal.
George followed in his parents' footsteps and attended Purdue, where he played football. After 3 seasons, he entered the NFL draft and later became a champion, just as others, and he, predicted.
Would you have ever imagined that you would have gone from this superstar water polo player in Greece to being drafted 30th overall by the Chiefs and winning back-to-back Super Bowls in the first 2 years of your NFL career?
If you asked my 15-year-old self, I'd say, yeah, definitely, and I'd probably say I'd be the first overall pick. When you look back on it, I feel like I've lived a few different lives already. I'm only 24 years old. It's crazy.